Gonna stay in this moment, gonna lay here on the grass. I don't need to feel lonely, I am finally home at last. And I don't mind being gone on adventures for a
Hello guys, welcome back to Being Mrs. Fraser. As you can tell, we have a very realistic cleaning video today. We do a lot of cleaning motivation, decor inspiration, decorating for the holidays. We just decorated for fall. We'll be decorating for Christmas and spring, and we do pull out the Americana decor for summer. So if that's something that interests you, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. Come along and join my YouTube family. I am so grateful for each and every one of you for clicking on today's video. Now, like the title said, this is a very realistic cleaning day. I decided that I would go ahead and show you guys kind of realistic, like how my brain kind of functions and how I clean, because I know that I'm not the only one out there that kind of cleans a little wonky, I guess, if you will. We are starting the day off with some coffee, and then I do want to share a very yummy recipe with you guys. I have been trying to make muffins. My kids really love those little mini muffins that you can buy in the store, and so I just kind of wanted to make them, I guess, healthier or less preservatives, if you will. And it's also cheaper to make your own. So I've just been making my own. I have made previously weeks before pumpkin muffins, and I do have a mini muffin tin. But today's video, I just used a regular size muffin tin. So we're gonna go ahead and get those baked up today. I'm sharing that recipe with you. Again, it is super yummy, but we gotta get the coffee flowing first. I need some caffeine in these veins. So let's go ahead, drink up the coffee, and then we'll start with the recipe and then clean up the rest of the kitchen in a very realistic fashion today.
could wear a blindfold. No matter what I do, I'm coming home to you. And I don't know why.
So here's the recipe. If you're interested, go ahead and pause the video and take a screenshot of that. And also, just a side note, instead of liners, I am using just some olive oil pan spray. And I am also doubling this recipe because we are a family of 6, so we need a little more than your average family. This will get us through the week of snacks. I know my husband will probably take a few to work as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead, jump into this, and get started.
Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you.
So like I said, I've been making some muffins for the kids' snacks. Also, my husband will take them. He actually really enjoyed the pumpkin ones I made the other day, and I told him that I made more muffins, and he was like, oh, I hope they're the pumpkin ones. And I was like, oh, sorry to disappoint. They aren't pumpkin. I do have more pumpkin, so if you guys are interested in seeing a pumpkin recipe, a pumpkin muffin recipe, let me know and I will share that with you guys because they are really, really good. But I had to disappoint today because I made banana nut, but that's okay because I think he enjoyed them either way. I am using all-purpose unbleached flour, just so you guys are aware. That's kind of up to you. The recipe calls for all-purpose. Whether you get it bleached or unbleached is totally an option for you. But I buy it in a huge bag. So because, again, I am making basically a lot of muffins pretty much every week so my kids can take them to school for a snack. I do like to make them in the little mini tins. However, on this day, I just decided to make 24 big muffins because I did double this recipe. We're a big family, what can I say? And I need them to last for the week. So anyway, I will say that these muffins were really good, but spoiler alert, I think I might have cooked them a little bit too long. So make sure you have toothpicks handy because I did not. So I was kind of going off of the touch test.
Want you now. I wanna hold you close, don't wanna take it slow. Ooh, I just want you now. I wanna put you in that spotlight, looking at you all night. Put you in that spotlight. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, you make me feel right. Wanna look at you all night. Wanna put you in that spotlight. Oh, you know you're beautiful. You know you're beautiful. And it's like you're untouchable. Like you're untouchable. Don't you know?
When I buy bananas, I usually prefer pretty green bananas myself. My oldest actually likes them pretty brown. I think they're a little sweeter the riper they get, but your girl doesn't like them like that. So I've been storing up some ripe bananas. So tip from Tammy, before you store them, whether you're going to put them in the refrigerator or freeze them, peel them. It makes it so much easier when you go to use them in your recipes if they are already peeled before you store them. So these bananas have been stored, over the past few weeks. I've just been, I just can't get through bananas all the time fast enough. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. I literally eat a banana every day with my coffee. But yeah, so they've been stored over time and I just peel them, put them in the fridge until I have enough to make a recipe. Again, for this recipe, banana nut muffins. I also like to make, bread. You can make pancakes, all the things with the right bananas. But yes, so tip from Tammy again, make sure you peel them before you store them. It makes it easier when you go to use them.
I'm looking up from my window. Sun's coming up like the day before. You're like a stone on my pillow. I don't make a sound when I shut the door. You don't have to wake up yet. We can spend all day in bed. I'll put the TV in the room.
And yes, I did that a little backwards. You should actually add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients. However, the bowl, I swapped the bowls and I should have used the other bowl to mix the wet and the dry. So the wet ingredient bowl wasn't big enough, so I just added it to the dry. It worked out. So if you have to do it that way, it's fine. But technically, you should add the dry to the wet as opposed to the wet to the dry. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and load up this muffin pan. This is a, I forget the brand. Is it Wilton? Something like that. I don't know. My stepmom actually bought this for me years and years and years ago when my kids were little and having birthday parties, because I always just made their cupcakes instead of buying cupcakes or buying a cake. I usually just made them. So she bought this for me so it was much easier and I still use it and love it. It definitely made today's job super simple. Using the mini tins, it takes forever and I don't have very many of them. I think I only have like 2 and technically I should have probably like 4 to 6 of them. So I definitely need to stock up on some more mini tins, but again, for today, this one worked out perfectly and I absolutely love this tin. So if you are doing a lot of muffin baking or cupcake baking, definitely go find you one of these. You know what, I'll put one, I will link it in my Amazon storefront so you guys can find it easily, because again, I absolutely love this, and if you do a lot of baking, you're going to love it too, I promise.
Saxophone, we'll order in a bunch of food. I'll put your favorite music on, all the way baritone. Shut the lights, go infrared.
Another tip from Tammy, clean as you go. As you notice, I was going back and forth out of the screen to throw things away, eggshells, trash, whatever. And then while the muffins are baking, we're gonna go ahead and get all the dishes washed up. Biggest tip for me is clean as you go. I always make sure that I am cleaning as I'm going, because that way by the time you're done, you're not like, oh, I'm finally done, and turn around and you have a sink full of dishes or a counter full of garbage, and then you're like, oh no, I'm not done. And it just adds to your list. So while the muffins are baking, or even like I said, as you are preparing, as you're throwing stuff away, either have a trash bowl sitting there that you can just throw everything into and then dump when you're done, or throw it away as you use it. Throw away the shells as you use them, you know, the packages as you're using them. When you're done with a dirty dish, throw it in the sink, so that way it's out of your way, and you know, everything is all in one spot. Then while everything is baking, you can go ahead and clean up your dishes. Like I said, on this day, I'm washing them. We do have a dishwasher, but I don't know. Sometimes I find washing dishes kind of satisfying. Are you guys like that? You know, it used to be my least favorite chore, and I don't know, over the years, it's just kind of changed. I actually really enjoy hand washing dishes. I do not, however, enjoy putting them away. But I do. So after we get these all washed up, I am going to go ahead and dry them and put them away, because I did have a few more minutes while the muffins were baking. But again, smarter not harder, just get it all done. That way things stay clean. That's, you know, I just personally like a clean home. It's not always clean, but these little tips that I give you guys are legit things that I do to keep my home clean and tidy and presentable, if you will.
In your arms of gold, in your arms of gold, I rise from the ashes with pins and patches. We carry on. I rise from the ashes. I heal from your passion. My doubts are gone.
So while the muffins are cooling, I like to have them up on a cooling rack. So that lighter colored cooling rack on top of the stove there that you see, I set the muffins on top of there because that way they get an actual cool. The air can flow underneath and cool everything down, as opposed to if they're sitting directly on the counter, they take a little longer to cool off. But the recipe calls to let them sit for 5 minutes before you take them out of the pan. So I'm going to go ahead and clean some fruit that I got. I picked up these grapes and blueberries. I want to make a lemon blueberry muffin the next go around. If that is something that you're interested in seeing, let me know. I will share that recipe with you guys as well. I love baking and sharing these recipes with you guys, so I hope you guys don't mind sharing them with you. If you enjoy it, give this video a thumbs up so I know that you guys enjoy the cooking and the baking. Again, it's something that I enjoy and I love sharing it with you guys, so I hope you love it too. But anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and pull all these grapes off the vine. That way they are easier also for my kids to eat. You know, it's something about presentation when it comes to fruits and vegetables. If they look good or they're easily accessible, easy to grab, you know, you don't have to sit there and pick them off as you're eating them. I know it sounds silly because it's so easy to just peel them off as you're eating them, but something about it, if you leave them on the vine, my kids are less likely to grab them, or myself or my husband, and if you take them off and everything, they present themselves better. So you tend to eat more of them. You know, I don't know what it is, but it is that way. So I just wanted to let them soak a little bit in some vinegar water to kind of help clean them a little bit while I was letting the muffins cool. I did let the grapes soak, and then I also let the blueberries soak. The blueberries actually went into the freezer, so that way they will last until I am ready to make those lemon blueberry muffins. And then the grapes just went in the container. I could not get the lid on. I don't know where all my containers went. I had a bigger container, but I like to leave them in a clear container, so when you open the fridge, they are right there, beautifully displayed and saying, "Eat me, I am a healthy snack option." So yeah, I was just getting them all cleaned up. Again, using my time wisely instead of just going to like sit on the couch or do something unproductive, sit on TikTok or YouTube or whatever. Not that I'm saying YouTube's bad, because y'all are here and I enjoy that you guys are here with me. But it helps me to be productive if I am doing something while I can't do something else, if that makes sense. But anyway, it's time to take the muffins out of the tin, and then we will get that all washed up and cleaned up. So again, clean as you go, harder not smarter. Nope, that's smarter not harder. Oh my goodness. Y'all already know that I cannot talk. Anyway, I did go ahead and spray some of that Dawn Power Wash on the pan here. I love that stuff. It makes life so much easier when it comes to cleaning dishes, especially if you have some like baked on stuff. See how easily that washed away? There was little to no scrubbing, guys. The Dawn Power Wash is absolutely amazing if you haven't tried that yet.
It was never under my control, you know.
If you guys have been around a while, you have heard me say that I kind of clean as I go. If I notice something needs cleaned, I will clean it. And that kind of happened today. While I was making my coffee, actually, before I did the muffins, I noticed that this window had some dirt and dust really built up on it. So it was time to clean it. I should have probably vacuumed it out and then used the steam shot here, but I didn't, so it is what it is. Again, we are keeping this very, very, very realistic today. Yeah, so I just went straight in with the steam shot. While it was warming up, I did go ahead and wipe down the inside of the windows. Now I need to go outside and do that. But that entails taking the screen off and going out into the lanai, and it's hot because it's Florida and humid, and your girl didn't feel like it. I'm just gonna be honest. I didn't want to go outside. So I just worked from the inside, did the best I could. I really love this Bissell Power Shot. This thing just cleans, it makes things so much easier to clean and just wipe everything right away. So that's why I was using it. And then I was like, oh yeah, the doors are dirty too, our slider doors. And for whatever reason, I missed filming. I did clean the glass part, guys. I didn't leave it. I actually cleaned the glass part. Somehow I missed it. And I missed cleaning the outside ledge because I did clean that. Or not the outside, but you know, the little like walkthrough part. Yeah, that part. Somehow I missed filming that. I don't know what happened. So I apologize for that. But we did get that satisfying dirt out from underneath of there that I could not squeeze my fingers into. That was gross. I probably need to do that more often, but you guys, I do not go outside this door. My kids and husband go in and out this door far more often than I do. But again, while cleaning all that, I noticed this underneath here. Look at how disgusting that is. I really am thinking about painting this. I think I might paint my island black purely to hide all this. My kids sit at the counter and do their homework. They also sit here and eat breakfast sometimes. And obviously they have dirty feet when they are sitting here because, yeah, look at that. Look at that rag. That is so, oh my gosh, so gross, so embarrassing. But again, I clean as I see things, and for whatever reason, I don't ever think about cleaning this island. The chairs are usually in the way, and so I honestly just didn't notice it, but yeah. So satisfying content for you guys, and again, realistic. This is a real life moment. Also, I know this goes without saying, but because this is real life, please no judgment. We don't judge around here. Everybody is different when it comes to managing their homes, and that is their life. So no judgment. Thank you. I also noticed the baseboards could use a little love, so I used the Power Shot on them. I just used a little steam to help clean them up. I also noticed that it needs grouted, so that's my husband's job. So I will definitely be letting him know that, hey honey, like your honey to-do list is getting added to. I need you to grout around the floors, or not grout, caulk around the flooring. So I also, again, noticed that this wall was kind of dirty as well. And then you'll see a close-up here. There's like a green mark. I don't know if it was a crayon or somebody, you know, had their fingernails painted green and accidentally swiped it on the wall. I don't know exactly what that was, but I wanted to try this Zepp wall cleaner on it and see if I could get it off. And honestly, it did a pretty good job. It didn't get all of it, but it got most of it. So made me happy for the time being. It is what it is. And then I decided that it was time to do the floors. And so I decided to start vacuuming. This rug, if you're curious, or if you guys missed the video, I did use rug tape to put this rug down. I'm not sure that was the smartest idea, but it keeps it from moving in the kitchen because we had like little mats, but it didn't work. But anyway, while I was vacuuming, I was like, oh yeah, I wanted to clean the fridge off. See, this is what happens. Is anybody else like that? Like you're randomly cleaning and then you're like, oh, sidetrack. Oh, squirrel. That's me. This is how I clean. Again, This is a very real life, very realistic cleaning. And I just wanted to share this with you guys because, you know, videos can be edited and made to look a certain way and make people appear to be certain ways. And I always try to keep it as real as possible with you guys around here. And this is real, real life squirrel moments, you know, and I know that I'm not the only one. So I want to make sure that you know that you are normal, that it happens. Maybe not normal, but it definitely happens. You're not the only one, because I know that I am far from normal. So anyway, I did notice that there was some hard water buildup here on the fridge, and that is the point of this. I wanted to go ahead and clean that up. We have really hard water here in Florida, and I really want to get a full house system of some sort, whether like a water softener or something, to help to fight off that hard water, because it's terrible. But yeah, so anyway, then I also was like, oh yeah, I forgot to clean the island. So I just mixed up some water and vinegar and essential oil. And that's what I wiped the fridge down with. I knew that vinegar would eat at that hard water, and then I just used it to spray off the counter because, yeah, real life. Then I went back to cleaning the floors because they needed mopped really bad.
I was looking like a fool when I met ya, all covered up in the dirt from my past. So insecure by myself when I met ya. Won't you give me any warning? I've been thinking about you day and night and day and night. To be honest, I just don't know what to do next. With a broken heart, waiting for you to come out and save me. I'm a mess, need to untangle, and I'm a fool for you, baby. Fool for you, baby. Waiting for you to come out and save me. Fool for you. Disappearing at last. You made me fall without saying a sentence.
Alrighty, so I'm just gonna finish up cleaning the floors, and then we will put the muffins away now that they have fully cooled. I am using Ziplocs. I know that is not great, and I probably need to find another way to do this. But this is what is easiest for my kids to just grab in the morning and run out the door for school. So I'm just putting them all in the Ziploc bag, and then I'm going to put them in their little snack bin in the Lazy Susan. And then we will go ahead and wipe the counters down and finish up for the day, because at this point it is time to go pick up my little guy from school. But anyway, guys, I truly appreciate each and every one of you for sticking around, watching my videos all the way through. Y'all are seriously the real MVPs around here. So if you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below. That all helps my channel out a ton. Stay happy, healthy, and safe until the next one, and we will see you later. Bye, guys.
You do to me.